top 40 best mods for Forged Minecraft 1.18.2. Let's get started. Regrowth is an awesome mod that adds in a few new little changes to Minecraft that can ultimately change the experience. Animals and some monsters will now eat plants and also be able to heal from eating, as well as promoting plant regrowth. Villagers will now do what they can to improve their villages with better lighting, stone walls and wood fences, fix some impassable roads, fill potholes and cut grass, and trim trees leaves and remove troublesome cactuses, all with very low impact on the game's operating power, making it so that if it's on a server, it won't really damage to anything or take up too much of your RAM, as well as it makes it very playable with normal Minecraft. Next we have Corail Backpack, which is a very different type of backpack mod to what most normal ones proceed in. This one's slightly more complicated than most backpack mods, giving you far more upgrading opportunities and far more ways to make things a little bit more unique. It also allows you a different variety of inventory geometries to craft, making it so the inventory can look different depending on how you choose to create things. Overall, it's definitely far more complicated than most backpack mods, but also allows for the funnest, most expansive, different customizations and designs that allow you to have a lot more fun with creating your little inventories. Of course, as I said, it's very complicated, but quite fun. Next we have Consistency Plus, which is a Minecraft mod that takes the concept of adding in missing building block variances to a whole new level. Consistency Plus supports both Fabric and Forge for versions 1.16 newer, but we're looking at the 1.18.2 for Forge today. Basically, it adds in thousands of new building blocks for most common materials used in builds. For example, in vanilla, quartz has a smooth chisel, bricks, and pillar variations. With Consistency Plus, quartz is given variations for polished, cut, carved, and more, alongside of slabs, stairs, and walls for most of those different variations. Overall, this is going to give you a very cool new system that gives you thousands of new different blocks and designs that can allow you creating your builds to have a much more fun of experience. Of course, some of these variations can be slightly annoying to create and take a lot of processing, whether it be crafting a few different crafting things, smelting it down, and so much so on that one, but overall, it leads to some more fun and variations in your different designs and builds. Next, we have Enigmatic Legacy. This mod is designed to provide tools that will aid you in exploring seamlessly endless reaches of Minecraft worlds, as well as new resources, powerful gear, and ancient relics to reward you for doing so. Despite revolving around themes of arcane and mystery, Enigmatic Legacy does not stray too far away from what vanilla has to offer, instead attempting to expand upon its mechanics and fill in the holes left open. This includes, but is not limited to, various new tools, armors, and weapons, dungeon loot, potions, enchantment manipulations, means of inventory management, means of making chunk-sized holes in your world, means of management, and new applications to ethereal substances known as experience, and so many different new ways of taking a look at Minecraft that just expands the general gameplay with some new and interesting stuff to find throughout your world, as well as new ways to take maximum advantage of what you have to offer. Skin Layers 3D will replace the usually flat second layer of player skins with a 3D modeled version of it. It will automatically switch to the vanilla 2D rendering whenever players are further away than 12 blocks in order to increase your frame rate. It also supports transparent parts on things such as glasses, allowing your skins to stand out so much more when using this mod. This mod is also a client mod, meaning that your other friends and as well as the server will not need to have this mod installed, allowing you to still be able to play vanilla whilst also having these cooler skins. Next, we've got Enhanced Farming. The Enhanced Farming mod is intended to revive an old 1.62 mod known as Better Farming that hasn't been updated since the end of 2014. This mod adds in a collection of different trees such as apple, avocado, banana, cherry, lemon, mango, olive, orange, and pear trees, the saplings of which are not the normal type of saplings. They grow just like crops before turning into big trees. You've also got a collection of new crops such as corn, cucumber, garlic, grape, lettuce, mint, never flowers, onions, pineapples, and tomatoes, a scarecrow which can push mobs away from your crops, a rake which can be used to get seeds from raking down grass block, and a decent amount of food that you can also craft as well. Overall, it is a decent mod if you want to expand the food assortment that you have in Minecraft if you're sick of the typical stuff. The next mod we have is Wavey Capes. Now that every player in the game has a vanilla cape of some sort, unless you're one of the unlucky few who have brought Java since the Microsoft accounts were made standard, why not at least make capes look good? This mod splits the cape into smaller parts and animates it in a more fluent way. It's animated in some form of blocky style, making it keep most of the Minecraft blocky experience, whilst also making it just that much nicer to look at. It's just a really nice mod that you can have onto the side, and it's not really going to change too much aside from just how your cape looks. Next, we have Useless Swords. Useless Swords adds in 76 new useful swords into Minecraft. A very counterintuitive intuitive name when you think about it, as adding useful swords instead of it being useless swords, but adds in 76 new swords in the 1.16/1.18 version of the game, 60 swords in 1.15, 59 in 1.14, and etc, with less swords depending on the older version of Minecraft. It's a huge collection of really cool custom swords that can do various different things that just adds a little bit more fun and variety to the game. You've got various different swords designed to look like, let's say, a furnace, or a sword that contains water inside of it, or lava inside of it, and so much more along those lines. This is just ultimately a really cool mod if you want to have a bit more of a weapon variation, or really a sword variation, giving you a huge collection of new different swords. Next, we have Kingdom Keys 2, and as if you can tell from the title, it is basically a mod that adds in many different things from the Kingdom Hearts games. And I'll just say this here, this is a lot. This is a very big mod with over 120 different keyblades, over 250 organization weapons, 13 new music discs, lots of synthesis materials and ores, and so many awesome new things into the game. It has a new leveling system to get stronger, giving you some boosts like more HP, strength, magic, defense, and abilities, and Sherlocks, a synthesis system to get keychains or consumables, a command menu system at the bottom right, menu to equip weapons, items, abilities, and create parties and check your status, as well as so many other things that come from Kingdom Hearts. Ultimately, it's a very big mod that is well worth the time to check it out and find out all things about it. There's a lot of awesome things here. It's just very big that gives you so many things. Next, we have the Chalk mod. The Chalk mod just allows you to have a collection of different ways to mark your way throughout the vast world of Minecraft. You can take a bit of Calici and dye, and any color will do, and you can create your own custom chalk. Chalks can also be found in underground chests as well as in some villages. Mark will point in a direction depending on which part of the block was clicked. Sneak right click will draw an X mark. You'll need a good flat surface to draw and a mark on. Any full side of a block will suffice. If you make a mistake, just draw a new mark on top of it. No need to break it first. Ultimately, it's a really cool way to not let you get lost inside of your cavern journeys anymore. If you feel like the typical torch system of only putting torches on one side, or if you feel like the new caves are just way too big to do the old systems of finding your way back home, this is a nice little additional mod that literally allows you to draw arrows pointing the way you come from. The Bedspreads mod is a very simple mod that allows players to add banner patterns to their beds, kind of like what you can already do with shields. This is done by simply crafting your bed with a desired pattern. The desired pattern will encompass the entire bed, and so the color of the bed doesn't actually matter that much, as the color of the banner will be used on top of that when combined. In addition, you'll be able to separate your bed and your banner by putting them back into the crafting grid itself, and the banner will come out of the crafting results whilst the bed will be left in the grid for you to grab and pick up. If that's not enough customization for your beds in general, you also have the mod known as Multibeds. Instead of just adding the ability to put on banners on top of your beds, this adds in fully new custom beds that have various different shapes, models, sizes, the abilities to have bunkers of far different, more customizable sheets, moving sheets, bunkers, and so much more, allowing for far more creativity when it comes to creating your favorite style of beds. There's also a painting style in there as well that allows you to make your own custom designs by using pixel art in top of your beds. Overall, this is just an awesome mod to add on top of the Bedspreads mod from before that just allows you to have far more customized beds in your builds. Moving on though, we have the Solar Cooker mod. This mod just adds in a single item to the game, and item known as the Solar Cooker. This is very simple. It adds in some form of furnace type item that allows you to actually cook your foods via sunlight and not need any form of other fuel inside of your furnace-esque item. One of the big interesting parts about this though is that depending on the amount of sun that goes within this area will depend on how fast you can cook things. There's also an ability to change recipes from smelting or blasting, and you can also configure the cook time factor and blacklist recipes as well via data packs. The Solar Cooker in a normal state will take 4 times the amount of time to cook items as a furnace would regularly do, but you do have the ability to craft reflectors. Reflectors can speed up the Solar Cooker, and you can have only up to 4 around them to speed them up. There's also an added thing, you can also create a shining block of diamond which can be placed above the Solar Cooker to use it independently of the sun to make it so that it will function even when the sun isn't out or whenever you're inside of a building. And hey, I'm trying to get to my goal of 100,000 subscribers before my birthday in May, and whilst that's a very big stretch, it'd be highly appreciated if you just hit the subscribe button down below. It's 100% free and you can unsubscribe later. Next though, we have the camera mod. The camera mod gives you a brand new camera that allows you to take photos within Minecraft. Now of course we do have the typical F2 button that allows you to take screenshots of Minecraft, but this mod actually adds in something you can take these photos and put them up as something such as paintings on your wall. These images are all saved in the world folder, meaning that you can also easily get to them if you want to yoink them for something other than just posting them up in your world. It allows for a little bit more fun, a little bit more enjoyment when it comes to the world. Let's say you make a beautiful build, or you want to take photos of various different stages of one of your biggest builds that you're creating. It allows for a lot more freedom, just a bit more fun with creating things that you can also display up in your world. Next we have the bat poles. The bat poles is a mod that just simply adds in a collection of poles. It allows you to simply stack iron bars on top of one another to create a pole of a length of your choosing. Make sure you're at the top of the poles, easily reachable, jump at the pole from the top, and provided you don't miss, off you go, sliding down the pole like you're Batman. Ultimately, it's just a really cool, funny mod to have in your Minecraft game that allows you to just have a bit more cooler decoration, as well as funny ways to get out of your secret bases and other little bits and pieces along those lines. The display case is a very simple mod that adds in only a single item, but this item has a lot of functionality. It's a display case. The display case has the ability to display a single item of any type of variety, but with the use of creative mode and the creative block picking tool that allows you to take the NTB data of the block itself, you can actually copy a display case of an item with it and place it inside of another display case. This mod also has a bit of texture compatibility with the typical shades of Minecraft, allowing you to have any form of hanging bits for it as well if you really want to decorate in that style. Overall, just adding in a little cool item that allows you to display your favorite items you collect over your playthrough in a much newer way than the typical item frame way before. Next we have Nature's Compass. This is a very simple mod that adds in a single item, but this item is so damn useful when it comes to your Minecraft adventures, especially if you do have some form of custom mod pack that gives you a million different custom biomes. The Nature's Compass itself is a utility item that allows you to search for a biome's location anywhere in the world and view information about it. It is a system mod of Explorer's Compass and an item that can be used to locate structures. Basically speaking, by using this compass, you can select one of the biomes that you're looking for to go and explore. Let's say, for example, you're trying to find yourself an ocean which could potentially be thousands of blocks away. When you click on this biome, it will select it and show you the closest location to you with that said biome within it. It will give you the precise coordinates of it and roughly how many blocks away you are from it, allowing you to travel in its general direction to go and travel to said biome. Next we have the Comforts mod. The mod adds in only two very simple items as well as a few companion items to go with it that just allow the sleeping in Minecraft to be a lot more convenient, whether it wants to be skipping time throughout the day or skipping time throughout the night when on the move. Both of these items will not replace the spawn that you have set at a different bed. First off, you have the sleeping bag, which is basically similar to a bed and allows you to sleep at night time. Again, with the core bonus of it being that it won't change your spawn, meaning that you can feel free to sleep there and not have to worry about dying and going to normal spawn instead of going to your bed spawn. Next we have the hammock, which is essentially the same thing as a sleeping bag, but allows you to skip through the daytime if there are certain things that you want to see that happen only at night time. And again, this item also does not clear your spawn either. This item does require the hammock pegs that you can also find in this mod to stab it against a piece of wood in order to actually hang the hammock up. Next we have the Supplementaries mod. This mod adds in a collection of different trinkets, decorations, and even useful items to Minecraft that fill in the gaps that vanilla Minecraft may not have. For examples, you have things such as a sack, which is a portable piece of storage you can easily get in the early game, kind of similar to a shulker except for it only having 9 total slots. Also adding in a collection of other awesome features such as wind values which can be used inside of your redstone builds, hanging signs, jars, spring launchers, and so much more that adds to a bit more decoration and usability in Minecraft. Moving on, we have Macaw's Roots. This is another one of those Macaw mods that just has in a collection of cool features, this one being a collection of better roofs. Essentially speaking, it allows you to build actual roofs in Minecraft instead of using typical stair blocks, as well as a collection of other things such as steeper roofs, lower roofs, awnings, top roofs, rain gutters, and so many other bits and pieces that add for better decoration to your roofing systems in Minecraft. Next we have Dark Paintings. The Dark Painting mod adds several new paintings into Minecraft. These paintings integrate seamlessly with the vanilla paintings and are obtained in the same way that the normal vanilla paintings are. There are a few collection around 10-ish new paintings that come from various different artists, all of which are credited in the mod's description itself. Next, we have Guard Villages. This adds in a simple collection of mobs that will spawn in your village along with your normal villagers and iron golem. This mod spawns in a defense force for your village, allowing you to actually leave your village alone and rely on the fact that, yeah, these guys will probably be able to take care of mobs that will spawn whilst you're in the vicinity of the village. Solving one of the biggest issues that comes with Minecraft with how the golems don't tend to be too good at actually killing off any mobs that that spawn in a village, especially when they spawn in a large capacity. Instead, guard villages will spawn a collection of around 4 to 8 different guards, mixture between crossbow launchers and sword wielders / axe wielders to deal damage and actually kill mobs and help defend your village. Next we have simple magnets, which adds in a collection of magnets that can pick up items and experiences around the player. Magnets can be configured with a whitelist or a blacklist and can have up to 11 blocks of range. Magnets can also be used in Bubbles or Curious mod slots. Magnets can also be toggled with a keybind. There are 2 variations to this mod, as we've got the basic magnet, which picks up items and experience within a 5 block range of the player, and the advanced magnet, which gives you a configurable range, as well as the ability to whitelist or blacklist items. Next we have the Graveyard mod. Now this isn't as simple as a mod as a majority of the other mods in this list, but it's simple in the vein that it only adds in a single style of structure. Graveyards. There are various different variants of these structures that can come with a certain collection of different style of items, but will overall add in just some cool graveyard structures that you can find throughout your world with some cool loot. Next we have Exline Awnings. Exline Awnings just adds in a collection of different awnings to decorate with, allowing you to place them over your doors, windows, or however you choose to do them, allowing for just some more cooler decoration when it comes to your builds in Minecraft. Aquaculture Tool is a mod that expands the fishing system in Minecraft with over 30 new fish to catch, either with a rod or any other modded or vanilla rod that will still work, or found swimming in the wild. It also adds a series of new rods which allows you to equip hooks and bait for additional functionality. Customized fishing lines and bobbers that are also available to make your fishing rod truly unique. Modifiers and customization items which can be applied in the tackle box, which also allows you to store additional hooks, bait, line, and bobbers. Each biome type, even modded biomes, have new types of fish that will spruce up your fishing experience and your world with fish mobs swimming around in the rivers, ponds, and the ocean. The fish caught can be turned into fish fillets. The amount of fish fillets will depend on the fish itself, or wait if the config option is enabled. Furthermore, you can get shiny new loot while fishing, including the fabled Neptunium tools or armor. The Carry-On mod is a simple mod that improves game interaction by allowing players to pick up, carry, and place single block tile entities such as chests, furnaces, droppers, spawners, and your favorite machines from other tech mods, using only their empty hands. No items / pickaxes required. States, metadata, inventory, and NBT data are retained, and it also allows you to carry around other smaller mobs. Over the Biomes You Go is a mod that adds in a huge collection of new biomes. It's an exploration and adventure mod designed to take you on a road trip across Minecraft like no other. Explore over 80 different magical, realistic, and breathtaking biomes that add a whole new feel to the game that gives you so much more to explore throughout the game. But not only does it add new biomes to the overworld, it also adds in a collection of new biomes to the Nether, as well as the End itself, giving you so much more variety in your sceneries, as well as potentially many new areas that you can build your favorite types of buildings within, as well as a collection of new blocks, and so much more. Moving on, we have a mod known as MineColonies. Now, I did show off a mod pack that also contains this mod that is also created by the same group of people that contains a bunch of other mods that work very well with this mod, but this has also got a standalone mod known as MineColonies. MineColonies is an interacting building mod that allows you to create your own thriving town within Minecraft. It lets your leadership skills soar by providing you with everything you need to build your own kingdom. MineColony gives you the flexibility to create a colony as unique as every single player. With so many options, you'll create a different colony every single time, adapt to any biome, build inside a mountain, on top of one, under an ocean, or in the sky. The only limit is your own imagination. This mod features so many different types of NPC workers, as well as awesome specialized buildings that you can also discover in the world itself. If you enjoy building your own cities, this is honestly a really cool mod for you. If you've enjoyed expanding the typical vanilla villages that you would find in the world, this is honestly a really fun mod that just adds in far more detail and enjoyment when it comes to constructing your own cities, as well as getting new people involved as well. Moving on, we have another simple mod known as Corpse. It's kind of a simple mod that just allows for better organization whenever you do die, allowing to contain all of your stuff in one simple, easy to collect package, also lowering the amount of risk you have of losing your items to lava, as well as various other different issues along those lines. Whenever you do die, it will collect in a corpse that looks exactly like your skin, that will wear the armor in the exact same orientation you were beforehand, with your shield and weapon in hand as well. Whenever you right click on this one, you can open up the inventory and collect everything that was inside of that, and it will reconfigure all the armor and shields and all your stuff back to exactly where it is. Put the armor back in your armor slots, your offhand stuff back in your offhand, and making it very easy to collect. After about an hour of time, the mod itself will actually take the corpse and turn it into a skeleton, indicating that it's existed for a long time. This won't change the functionality of the corpse itself, and it won't actually despawn, and it can't fall into the void or burn in lava. Moving on to Bonsai Trees 3, this is a mod that adds in a new block that grows small trees in a single block space. This is ultimately a really cool mod if you're after some awesome decorations off of those trees that you see around Minecraft, whether it be those awesome 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓰𝓼 collection of trees, the actual coral that you see in the sea, mushroom stems, the nether trees, or just normal vanilla trees itself. This mod just adds in a beautiful planting pot that allows you to actually grow these style of trees in a 1-block space, allowing you to have some really cool little pieces of decoration that you can use in your builds to spruce up things or brighten it up a little bit more. Moving on to another small mod, we have the trash cans mod. This mod adds in just a collection of trash cans which can be used to void items, liquids, and energy. Item and liquids can be whitelisted or blacklisted, and an energy transfer limit can also be set, pretty much allowing you a far easier way of getting rid of your items that you don't want. That also gives you access to a cool little filter system that allows it so that you don't accidentally throw away things that you don't want to throw away, as well as it helps you get rid of any excess energy inside of your energy systems when it comes to other mods as well along those lines. Overall, it's a very awesome solution to deal with items that are not necessary or liquids that are not necessary and other things along those lines without needing to get a cactus or some lava in your house, potentially making a fire hazard or a damage hazard for yourself, as well as it's just a cool little decorative item to have around. Moving on to the mod known as Artifacts. The Artifacts is a mod that just aims to make exploration more rewarding by adding various different powerful items that cannot be crafted. The items added by this mod can be found in chests in vanilla structures, and all artifacts only have a few chests in which they can actually be found in, so go out and explore. Additionally, a new underground campsite structure has been added. Mimics occasionally spawn in these campsites instead of chests, which are dangerous enemies that attack players that get too close. Mimics always drop a random artifact whenever killed, giving you a new way to collect these awesome items as well. All these items are very cool and have a unique collection of different various items that you can collect, whether it be night vision goggles or just cool flamingo floaties. Each item has a really cool purpose and use to come with it that gives you an award for actually going around and exploring the world. Moving into Simply Light. Simply Light is an awesome lighting mod that just adds in a collection of cool modernized lights into the game, giving you a new selection of things that you can add in for different styles of lighting in your builds. It gives you a collection of different variations, whether it be full blocks, redstone reactivated lamps, half slab style, quarter blocks panel styles, fixtures for walls, ceilings, and floors, simple light bulb style fixtures like little fluoro lines. It's a collection of different style of lightings that are more modern in comparison to typical Minecraft lighting style. It just allows you to be a bit more creative when it comes to your builds in Minecraft. A little bit of a bonus thing that comes with them is it actually gives you a little less strain on performance in comparison to using a large number of torches, so that's obviously a really cool benefit with this. Moving on to Better Animals Plus, this is another type of mod that is kind of similar to Alex's mobs, except for the fact this adds in more realistic mods rather than a mixture of realistic and fantasy type mods. These are ultimately some really cool collection of different style of mods that you can find throughout the world that have got some really cool models that come with them as well as a collection of new awesome things to find in the water, such as a colossal squid, as well as a collection of other little bugs like tarantulas and so much more in the new mobs that it just allows for a new variety of things that you will come across when you're exploring in your Minecraft world. Add in all of the biomes you go and you'll just have this huge collection of not only cool biomes to explore but also mobs that come across in said biomes. Moving on to the next mod, we've got the FramedBlocks mod. This just adds in a new way of expanding your different style of blocks you can use with your favorite Minecraft textures, as this comes with a collection of framing blocks that you can use to actually implement your own type of block on top of to get your own custom textures on not only just things such as stairs but also chests, fences, bars, slopes, planters, all the cool things to do with them, just allowing you to have a little bit extra customization when it comes to your builds, as well as a little bit more fun and creativity when it comes to actually building things as well. Moving on, we've got the Creeper Overhaul mod. Now, have you not thought that creepers freak you out enough in the typical Minecraft landscape? Well, what if we have a mod that adds in a new collection of different style of creepers that blend in more with their surroundings? For example, a beach creeper. Kinda looks like sand with a bit of grass on him. He's going to not really stand out as much, and he will definitely creep up to you and potentially implode on you without you even realizing. This mod's just a really cool overhaul mod that just adds in a collection of awesome new creepers. Just a bit of a side note with this one, it will only actually display the fabric mod on the main page of the mod page, so you actually have to go to files to find the forged version of this because CurseForge is weird at not displaying it properly, but let's not worry about that too much, eh? Considering the fact that I've mentioned mods that have been good for additional building expertise and additional decorations you can use, we've got this awesome awesome mod here known as Builders, Crafts and Additions. This mod adds in a new collection of different pillars, tables, stools, chairs, pillows, benches, sofas, hedges, and so much more into the Minecraft game that allows you for even more decoration and more ability to create some really cool and creative builds in Minecraft that can also be crafted in survival mode, allowing you to get a bit more creative with your typical survival based builds, allowing you to have a bit more fun decorating your favorite builds and other things along those lines. Moving into our next mod here, we've got the Tiny Skeletons mod. This just adds in a berry variant for all types of skeletons, strays and wither skeletons alike, that also have their own unique behavior, kind of similar to how the baby zombie has its own unique behavior in comparison to the normal one. It has the same chance to spawn like a baby zombie, having a 5% chance of replacing the adult variant of it instead. Baby skeletons are true combat masters. They'll hunt you down with a bow, and when you come close, they'll turn to their wooden sword in their back to engage in melee combat. Baby strays don't actually have their normal bows that their adult variants have. Instead, they'll have snowballs that do a little bit of damage on you. Baby wither skeletons are extremely rare in comparison to all the other baby forms, and they're not as aggressive as your typical wither skeleton. Instead, whenever they see you come close in, they'll run away because they don't want you to take their skeleton skulls on their head. Because the baby wither skeletons are quite rare, whenever you do successfully hunt one down and kill it, you're guaranteed to get its wither skeleton skull, making it maybe a little bit easier to collect wither skeleton skulls if you're very unlucky with loot tables. Moving on, we have the Tesseract mod. Tesseract just allows you to transport items, fluids, and energy. Tesseracts work at any distance and even across dimensions. You can pretty much use a Tesseract to teleport items across long distances or via dimensions that just allow for easier transportation of items, fluid, and even energy at the same time. Overall, it's a very simple mod, only adding in the single item, but it's very useful. Anyhow, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe, and click this video on screen now for some more Minecraft mods. Goodbye.